that's not good.
Durang, get off that wall before you break your neck.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, aka Storm, and we are back for some more of the Elder Scrolls Online as Reewish, the Mighty Battle Lizard, returning to you here in the frosty and chilly Orsinium, which is the homeland of the orcs, if you're not familiar with Elder Scrolls lore. So just a couple quick housekeeping things. Like I said previously in the last stream, I don't know if you heard it or not. Hey Joe, just a little bit. It's only 3 minutes early, Joe. I'm just taking care of the few housekeeping items real quick before we actually get started. Just a couple quick housekeeping items. Like I said in the previous stream, I am now going to be doing Orsinium. We're going to try to get through this quest so when the next big chapter comes out, we'll have the connection with the main character that's going to be in that set. I'm also thinking that we might have to try to push through the Daedric War quest line. Just from what I'm thinking, I figure if there's going to be references to the Daedric War quest line, we're going to have to get it done before we start up the new DLC, because especially if we're going to the Deadlands, we're going to need to have dealt with the Daedric War first. So anyways, we're going to do our best to push through. We have until June, or maybe even July, depending on when they actually put it. Usually it's June. So we have until June and to get through the Daedric War quest line. So I think we can do it as long as I stream every week and we get the full 2.5 hours in. I think, or well, yeah, 2.5 hours in. I think we can do it. We're going to be pushing it just a little bit, but we're going to stop side questing for now in this area. We'll get back to that eventually, but for now we're going to start working on the main quest line. So we're going to find this Gulag person. So I think it's now 11:30. Yeah, it's 11:30. So we're going to get started. As you can see, there is a trail for us to follow. Oh, hold on, there's one more thing I need to do real quick. Where's my streak at? There it is. We're going to follow this stink cloud. Oh, also, yeah, gotta get that done. Is this where it ends? Nope. Maybe this is where it started at. I don't think I've ever heard of a person so pungent that you could actually see their stink cloud before. There we go.
Good scent. It's almost enough to make this one want to stop dealing with him.
Arusha would agree, except for all the gold he gave us. He's got the luck of Joan and Jode, even if he smells like a dead horker.
This one hopes we are blessed with half his luck and twice his gold, but not his scent.
I welcome Morkel Clan to Orsinium. Their work is without compare. Some will say otherwise, but they are wrong.
Confront the traitor, Glorg.
You didn't have two gold
Who
pieces
might
to
you
rub
be?
together last time I
Go
saw
find
you,
another
jeweler.
bathhouse.
What changed?
I hired this one for the entire day.
I'll let you deal with this gulag, darling. I'm going to go and get something to drink.
I guess these must be his wife's.
What's this about? If you aren't here to use the baths, it must be about my tonics. Well, I can assure you, my tonics are guaranteed to cure whatever ails you. This takes time. And multiple applications.
Tell me about the deal you made with the Winterborn.
What? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm a loyal subject of the king. I don't have anything to do with any damn Winterborn.
The letter to Ulfrin Iceheart says otherwise.
No, I could explain. People of this city, I made a deal for them. Gold from the Winterborn allows me to produce my tonics at a fraction of the cost. I'm doing this for the people.
So the clan orcs starve?
The outlying clans, they're enemies of this city and our king. Their chiefs refuse to accept the king's rule. They'd rather stay stuck in their old ways and traditions. Meanwhile, the poor of this city can't afford medicine. I'm saving lives.
The information you passed on cost lives and gave the Winterborn supplies.
A small price to pay for a larger gain. I've been loyal to this city since before you outsiders started arriving. You have no right to judge me.
Just tell me where the Winterborn took the stolen supplies.
Fine. What's the use? See what happens when you just try to help? The supplies were sent to Frostbreak Fortress. That's where the Winterborn warlord, Yorfan Iceheart, plans to regroup his forces. I'm sure he's guarding the supplies personally.
Alright, so we have two choices. I'll tell the guard about this, don't try to leave the city, or if you're truly trying to help the city, I won't report you to the guard. He did cost the lives of a lot of orcs. Best of intentions and all, but a lot of people died because of him. We could, since there's nobody else in the stream right now, I could roll for it. Evens, we turn him in. Odds, we let him go. Does that sound good to you? Okay. Alright, so we got an 8, so we're turning him in. I'll tell the guard about this. Don't try to leave the city.
Do what you will. My tonics are out in the city now, getting to the people who need them. Sure, I won't be able to enjoy the rest of my gold, but I accomplished what I set out to do.
Yeah, you still caused a lot of people to die. I would not be baiting with him if I were you too. He's a traitor. Wait, what? Oh, that's not the right button. Tell me, do you want to go?
Once again, welcome to Orsinium. I look forward to working with you on this grand endeavor. Ah, another traveler arrives in our grand city. Welcome, welcome. Are you one of the chosen? Do you bear the letter from the Forge Mother?
I have the letter. Who are you?
I am a high priestess of Trinimac, serving in Orsinium's temple. Like you, I'm here at the request of Forge Mother Olga to help revive ancient traditions of truth, honor, and unity. I also greet new arrivals. Tell me, how is your journey?
Yeah, if you're confused, Joe, Trinimac was the original version of Malakath. Trinimac was one of the gods who he was tortured by Sheogorath's original form, and he turned from being Trinimac into being Malakath. I helped a caravan that was attacked by the Winterborn. Supplies for the outlying clans were stolen.
We've received similar reports. Just one of a series of unfortunate incidents that we plan to rectify. Orsimer soldiers and even the king himself are looking into this. King Korog believes that even those who refuse his rule must be cared for.
I know where they took the supplies.
Truly. Perhaps we can still recover the supplies the clans need to survive the winter. The decision to invite outsiders to our land has already reaped untold benefits. Tell me, where have the Winterborn hidden the supplies?
I did tell him I was turning him in, and I am a lizard of my word. Gulag betrayed the clans. He says the supplies were taken to Frostpeak Fortress.
You located the stolen supplies and uncovered our betrayer. Trinimac surely sent you to us in our time of need. Take this reward for helping our people, and you must present yourself to Forge Mother Olga. Look, here she comes now.
Is this one of the outsiders who responded to my invitation, High Priestess?
Yes, Grand Forge Mother.
Thank you, Solgra. I will speak to the outsider. Come, outsider. We have much to discuss. So, our ambassador finally found you. Took a damn time. But you're here now, and that's what counts. Welcome to Orsinium. Amazing how fast we rebuilt the place, isn't it? Orsimer can do anything when we work together.
I found out where the Winterborn took the stolen supplies.
The damn Reachmen and their foul magic. It provides the Winterborn with an unlimited number of soldiers to send against us. Even so, our soldiers have dispatched all but one of their warlords. That bastard, Yothon Iceheart. Where are the supplies?
Frostpeak Fortress. I heard Iceheart himself guards them.
Trinimac smiles upon us then. My son, King Korog, has already traveled to Frostbreak Fortress to deal with Warlord Iceheart directly. Without a strong leader, the Winterborn threat will fade away. You must go and tell the king about the supplies.
I'll go help King Korog.
There are two things my son can't resist. Food and battle. When he learned of Iceheart's location, he rushed to deal with the warlord personally. Help him end the threat and recover the supplies. The unification of the Orc clans depends on it.
How would this help King Korog unite the Orc clans?
The Winterborn pose a threat to all of Hrothgar. Yothon Iceheart in particular has long been a thorn in our side. The king issued the order to invite you to our land. If the Winterborn are defeated thanks to that order, the clans will take notice.
Doesn't King Korog have an army?
Of course. But many of our best warriors are off helping the Alliance. Besides, the other clan chiefs are too busy seeking their own glory. My son needs someone at his side who has nothing to prove. Someone without an axe to grind. Someone like you.
Can you tell me about the Winterborn?
The accursed Winterborn of the Reach. Under the Longhouse Emperors, they dominated these mountains. But the mountains belong to us now. We've driven the cowards back, but their leader, Yothon Iceheart, still lives. It's time to change that.
Where do I meet King Korog?
You can find my son at the camp outside Frostbreak Fortress. It's an old Breton fort southwest of Orsinium. We've been laying siege to the place for weeks, but Iceheart and his rats have burrowed deep. Go and help my son exterminate the vermin.
Why does the king have you making these arrangements?
This is Orsinium. Don't you know our traditions? Korog is king, the chief of our clan, and every clan far and wide. When it comes to war, he's in command. Everything else is better left to the capable skills of his mother and wives.
King Korog is married?
Oh yes, and many times over, just like any other clan chief. Noroga the Huntwife, Tuga the Forgewife, Barisal the Hearthwife, and he has a few shield wives as well. They're all fine young women. Korog's been well matched. I've seen to that.
Tell me about High Priestess Solgra.
High Priestess Solgra? Oh, we couldn't have done any of this without her. She upholds the ancient traditions, traditions we sorely need right now. With her help, we will restore the true religion of the Orsimer, the religion of Trinimac.
Trinimac?
Trinimac the warrior, the paragon. Once he was our patron, our god. He encompasses the true ideas of the Orsimer. Strength, honor, and unity. Talk to High Priestess Solgra. She speaks of Trinimac with more elegance and passion than I can manage.
Okay, we'll do that real quick before we head off to battle.
I do not wish to delay your journey. I have duties to attend to at the temple, and I know King Korag awaits you at Frostbreak Fortress. Still, in all my travels, I've never encountered so many troublesome extremists as I have here in Orsinium.
Tell me more about yourself.
I studied at the Magus Guild in Wayrest for many years before traveling across southern Tamriel. I eventually wound up in the Somerset Isles. That was where I first heard the words of Trinimac and found my true calling.
Your true calling?
I have been called to restore the Orsimer to our true destiny, to revive the ancient traditions, the ideals of truth, honor, and unity. This is Trinimac's will and desire. I have my part to play, and you have yours.
I thought the orcs worship Malakath.
Yes, my people are stubborn. They see Malakath as our protector, but nothing could be further from the truth. Malakath's passion is vengeance. We cast ourselves as victims, and this holds us back. Trinimac's light, however, can restore our glory.
You mentioned trouble with extremists?
Followers of both Malakath and Trinimac can be prone to violence. Forge Mother Alga helps keep things civil, though I fear things will get worse before they get better. The fanatics on both sides act out of ignorance, I believe, not out of ill will.
Where does the Forge Mother fall in the matter?
She sees the path that Trinimac has set before us. Half the wives in every clan owe her favors, and it was her influence that allowed the city temple to be dedicated to Trinimac.
And King Korag agrees with all this?
The king was skeptical at first, but he and a few clan chiefs eventually embraced the will of Trinimac. Most of the other chiefs remain opposed to such drastic change, however. They hold on to the old superstitions and refuse to hear the truth.
Tell me more about your travels.
I studied at the Magus
already got
Guild
that,
in
okay.
Wayrest for many years before...
Alright, let's head out to Frostbreak Fortress. I always thought it was called Frostbeak Fortress. Alright, I've been misnaming that for quite some time. This is where you wanna be. Woohoo! That was a mistake. Mistakes were in fact made. Not perhaps by me. It was my mount that made a mistake. Silly mount. Yeah. There's actually a chance that I might get interrupted by a call from the parents because my little brother showed up unexpectedly last night. Only my middle brother knew he was coming, so there's a chance I may have to take a call from the parents. They may want to go out for lunch or something with it now that he's back. So if that happens, I will let you know and I'll end the stream early, but that will be the only way the stream is going to end early today, is if that happens. So.
Look at those catapults fly. I'm amazed the towers can withstand the punishment. The Bretons must have used orc crafters, and they built that place to last. But never fear, the Winterborn won't have a fort to protect them for much longer.
What's going on here?
Chirag summoned the chiefs of Hrothgar to besiege the Winterborn. One of our biggest problems are those Briarheart monstrosities. For every one we kill, 2 more take its place. I know there's a solution, but damn if it doesn't keep eluding us.
So what's your plan?
We need to get inside the fort, find out where they're spawning those abominations. But the damn harpies, we can't walk 5 steps without becoming bird food. Siege Commander Dolph's working on a plan. I hope it's a good one, for all our sakes.
I'll talk to Siege Commander Dolphin and see if I can help.
This is the Winterborn's final stand. We destroy the Briarhearts, while Kurog deals with their warlord, Iceheart. If we succeed, Kurog will have ended a threat that has plagued us for far too long. Maybe then I'll consider accepting him as our king.
The Harpies and the Winterborn are working together.
Surprising, isn't it? We're pretty sure they're all connected through the Hag Ravens, or whatever you call those ugly old hags. It wouldn't surprise me if the Briarhearts are also their creation. They're all vile, a lot of them.
What can you tell me about the Briarhearts?
The Briarheart warriors are like the undead, only worse. They talk to each other, think on their own, behave just like any other soldier. But there's no way they're alive. Not with half their chest hanging wide open.
Their chests hang open. This is a weird thing to ask because I just found out about Briarhearts and Markarth, but I didn't account for having done Markarth before doing this quest.
I guess you haven't experienced a Winterborn raid yet. You can actually see their foul hearts beating inside their open chests. Except they aren't hearts at all. More like some sort of malignant growth. It's unsettling to see, to say the least.
Is there a problem between the chiefs and King Korog?
You can say that. It started when he claimed the title of king. Many chiefs aren't ready to bend their knee to Kurog. It's not the Orc way. But Kurog knows how to conduct a battle. Look around. No clan can muster a force such as this.
But you're working with him now?
Kurog believes that the Orcs need a united kingdom. We've banded together to defend our land. But beyond that, we'll see. The Winterborn have been ransacking Hrothgar for years. At least Kurog has brought us together to try to put an end to that.
Unification sounds like a lofty goal.
Perhaps. But tradition sometimes is too high a wall to climb over. We're a proud and stubborn people. New ideas, they frighten us. And Kurog is full of new ideas. A new city, a new god. It's more than many of us can take. But if he wins the day...
Yeah, I get your meaning. Alright, let's talk to King Korog.
I want all the soldiers from all of the clans to circle the fort.
Our soldiers know what to do, Kurog. You can count on that.
Then maybe this victory will finally convince you and the other chiefs to fully accept my claim to the throne. I want all the soldiers from all of the clans to circle the fort. Iceheart won't escape from me this time. Do you always just barge into the king's tent without so much as a by your leave? Who in the name of First Forge do you think you are, troll breath?
I'm Reewish Lefdesh. Your mother sent me to help you.
So, you're one of the outsiders my mother's been harping about. I'm Kurog, king of the Orsimer. Welcome to my war. Your timing's perfect. I'm just finishing this damn fine leg of chubloon. You hungry? I do enjoy a good meal before a fight.
No thanks. I have news. The stolen supplies are inside the fortress.
It's a good thing that that's where we're going, then. This siege was taking too long anyway. Your fawn Iceheart is the last of the Winterborn warlords. And frankly, I'm ready to be done with him. He knows we're coming, so I'm expecting a good fight.
You told him we're coming?
You bet your arse I told him we were coming. Fair's fair. They probably scared the ice water out of his veins. I want to see you in action. You lead, I'll follow. Now, let's go kill old Iceheart. Then we can return to Orsinium and feast.
That works for me. Let's go.
We need to find a way into that fort to get to Iceheart. Talk to the siege commanders and see if they can get us inside.
If you don't find the alchemist and destroy those nests, we'll never break this siege.
You heard him. For the king.
Commander.
Get down! Damn it!
Looks like General
more
Dulce
soldiers
could
that way.
use a hand.
You brought the king here? Then welcome to our siege camp. Sorry you had to see those damn harpies at work. I'm not sure King Korok should be walking around out in the open, but I've got a barrel full of my own worries to deal with.
How can I help?
If you want to become bird-fed, I'm not going to stop you. And after losing more soldiers to the Harpies, I'm ready to accept any help I can get. Besides, anything is better than what the little wood elf was able to accomplish.
Little wood elf.
Sent her in with a squad of orcs to deal with the harpy nests on the towers. Figured if the nests were on fire, the distraction would allow another squad to get in and put an end to the Briarhearts. But both groups have disappeared without a trace.
I can try to find your missing squads.
A volunteer? I appreciate that kind of go-get-em attitude. If you do manage to find either of the missing squads, remind them that they have their orders. I expect them to complete their missions. The outcome of this siege depends on them.
How do you recommend I approach the fortress?
The main path is too well defended. You'll be a lamb led to the slaughter if you go that way. Our siege provides some cover, so you might be able to sneak around the left side of the fort. And the right side is clear, except for the Harpies.
Tell me more about the 2 squads you sent inside.
I sent the Wood Elf and 1 squad to set fire to the Harpy nests. The other squad is supposed to find the source of the Briarhearts and put an end to that threat. But everything hinged on dealing with the Harpies. We just can't get past the birds.
How are we supposed to set fire to the nests at the top of the towers?
My siege engineers can easily calibrate the trebuchets to launch direct strikes against the Eyrie towers. They just need something to target. That's the first squad's mission. Mark the Eyrie so we can knock it out of the sky.
What can you tell me about the Briarheart warriors?
The Winterborn zombies? Not much. Our alchemist, Alinen, has some experience dealing with the Reach. He thinks the Hag Ravens grow the hearts, planting them and harvesting them like grapes from a vine. A disgusting image, I know, but that's Alinen.
They grow hearts?
That's what Alinen thinks. As long as he can put a stop to the foul things, I don't care how crazy his ideas sound. But he's with the 2nd squad, somewhere on the other side of those walls. Without Alinen, things get much more complicated.
Alright, I'm moving in. Alright, Winterborn, you face the mighty battle lizard. Alright, well, we're not going that way. Tell me, do you want to go? Hold on, I gotta recharge my staff real quick. I thought I'd just recharge this thing. Hey there, player. I'll help you. Okay, and one of these towers is a museum piece. I need to make sure to grab it. Joe, try to remind me not to forget the museum piece. I would really hate to have to come back here separately to pick it up. Did I come to the wrong place? Thanks. That is if I don't remember myself. It's in one of these towers. I don't remember exactly which one it is, but I should go to each of the towers.
I
So.
love the smell of the siege camp. It smells warm and sweet. Makes me anticipate the battle to come. You know what it smells like? It smells like muffins. Really soft, fresh muffins. Covered in bug iron ale jam. I love that smell.
What can you tell me about old friend Iceheart?
You're fun. He's the leader of the Winterborn Reachmen. Last of the 13 warlords that invaded Hrothgar, in fact. Yurfon's a tough son of a horker, I'll give him that. I let him know we were on our way. Hopefully that'll spice up the battle to come.
You warned the Winterborn that we were coming?
Of course. I sent an archer to shoot a message over the wall
Hey,
the other
welcome
day,
to the stream.
just to give him a little notice. It was the honorable thing to do. It's what Trinimac would do. That, I'm certain.
You're a follower of Trinimac?
Absolutely. We've been praying to Malakath for centuries, and where has that gotten us? Not very far from what I can see. I'm not a fanatic or anything, but Trinimac's ideals, honor, truth, and unity, the Orsimer can use some of that right now.
I understand that completely. I spent most of the day cleaning yesterday myself. I still got a little bit left, but I'm mostly done. You're kind of obsessed with food, aren't you?
Food is life. Food is strength. And you certainly don't appear to have missed any meals lately. Trinimac's followers in ancient times. I bet they enjoyed a good feast on a regular basis. I'll have to ask Solgren about that.
Why are there so many clan chiefs here?
Usually, the only way to make the clan chiefs come together is to throw an imminent threat in their faces. Luckily, we have the Winterborn. Getting the chiefs to work together? Oh, it's like trying to feed salad to a wood elf.
Impossible, yeah. You can't just order the chiefs to work together?
You don't know how things work in Hrothgar, do you? None of the chiefs feel strong enough to challenge me, but only the most loyal actually submit to my authority. And unfortunately, I had to send most of the loyal ones off to help the Covenant.
Yeah, yep. So Hrothgar isn't really your kingdom?
Mind your tongue, Horker. But no, I'm plagued by the same circumstances that have kept us from becoming a truly great people. Most of the remaining chiefs won't give up their independence. And we can't finish building Orsinium until they do.
Why can't you finish building Orsinium?
I need the full support of the clans, which I don't have. Yet. I promised myself I wouldn't worry about this. That's for tomorrow. Today, we kill Iceheart and retrieve the supplies. Maybe that will get more clans to commit to my vision. Maybe.
Alright, well this is clearly not the right tower to be at, so we're gonna head back down the tower. Ooh, that was a mistake. Oh, that was a mistake. I realized too late that was too far of a jump to survive. Well, they already broke this tower. So that's the next tower we need to head towards. Greetings and salutations, Winterborn. I bring tidings from Markarth. Also, I realized I forgot to do something, and I'm going to do that at the end of the stream. I forgot to go talk to somebody, I think. Wait, I think I did. Did I? Easy way to check.
They stopped. Soldiers, Lower
Yep,
your
I
weapons.
forgot to do it. We'll do it as soon as this is done.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yeah. Jump. Jump.
You and the king have come to our aid. We're honored. But we've been trapped in here for too long. We still have a mission to complete.
How did you wind up getting trapped in here?
Once again, we underestimated the Winterborn's capabilities. They caught scent of us as soon as we penetrated the walls. Harpies from above, Winterborn from all sides. We lost a lot of soldiers before we were able to take refuge in this tower.
What's your squad's mission?
We need to get our archer into position to mark the Harpy Eyries so that our catapults can target them and destroy them. We lost all of our archers. The Wood Elf's all we have left. I hope she's as good of a shot as she claims to be.
Any idea where the second squad may be?
Our squad split off right after we entered the fortress. They're protecting the Breton alchemist who's supposed to be able to put an end to the Briarheart threat. But it doesn't matter if they're dead or alive if we don't deal with the Harpies.
How can I help?
If you can clear us a path to the towers, we can get the elf into position so she can loose her signal arrows. Then the catapults can do their work. We need to hurry. We've lost too much time already.
Good troops to the Winterborn.
Did I hear that right? They're going to actually trust me with this mission? It's about time. I told them how I won every one of my clan's archery tournaments since I was tall enough to hold a bow. I can do this. I know I can.
The mission depends on you.
Between you and me, I'm kind of new to this whole adventuring thing. No one told me exactly what an adventurer is supposed to do. Will I know it when I see it? Is that how this hero business works? An instruction manual would be good.
Yeah, we don't get instruction manuals. We just get pointed and say, hey, go do this. Aren't you supposed to mark the Harpy's nest with a bow, with a fire arrow?
Oh, I know what the mission is. I was just talking about hero stuff in general. As for the Ares, I could hit something that big with my eyes closed. Say, that would be a real challenge. I'd even impress the orcs with a strike like that.
I'll clear past the towers. Just follow the orcs and keep your eyes open.
You seem pretty confident. Alright, I guess I can be confident too. But these orcs, they aren't the sharpest thorns in the forest. Still, no matter how hard a time they give me, they did manage to keep me safe. I'll follow them.
Just stay safe and keep your arrows ready.
Charging through a camp of Winterborn marauders. Just another day for an adventurer, huh? Guess it takes some getting used to. Remind me to ask you all kinds of questions later. Once we're done with all this, I could use some advice on being a hero.
All kinds of questions. Oh gosh, we have a junior companion. This is not the tower with the museum item. Let me out. Hello, Hag Raven. Man, I want to know who made the Hag Raven so I can punch them right in their face. If it was her scene, I'm gonna punch him right in his staggy face. There it is. There it is. Frostbreak Chalice. Recovered.
Keep up, Elf. Those harpies aren't going to kill themselves.
There are so many stairs.
Stairs are part of being an adventurer.
Complaints either.
Or a hero.
Mission to complete.
All right, pushy orc. Just tell me when you want me to make the strike. Gusting winds, flying birds trying to eat us, fire everywhere. But that up there, that's a stationary target that needs an arrow in it. Just tell me when you want me to make the strike.
Loose your arrow. There we go. Oh, I love the smell of burning harpy in the morning. Ah, that's an. Wait, did you have more to say? Nope. Okay. Which reminds me, I need to change my ultimate because it's still set to the ultimate I was using to blast Rada Al Saran with, and I don't trust that this ability won't come back to bite me later on. Let's go for Eye of the Storm. Until I can get Meteor anyways. Meteor's a much better ultimate. I'll need to grind on get lore books at some point so I can get Meteor. Where's the tower? There it is.
Tower secure. Good work, outsider. The wood elf is right behind me.
And the demonic chicken is right next to me.
I'm really tired of you orcs trying to leave me be... That's strange. Where did the sergeant go? How typical. Now I know why Orsinium put out that call for help. Well, at least you're still here. Let me know when you want me to light the signal.
Yeah, the sergeant just got carried away.
Do me a favor and don't let any of those filthy harpies get too close. I'd hate to get carried off because I was busy concentrating on making this ridiculously easy strike. Speaking of which, let me know when you want me to loose my arrow.
Loose your arrow.
2 Ares destroyed, no problem.
Winterborn know how to set up a
Let's
defense.
find the
This
Britain
will be a
alchemist.
battle to remember.
Alright, let's find the alchemist.
Who's there?
So this is where the...
I recognize that orc standing beside you. That's King Kurog. I'm honored that you and the king came to find me. I just wish you had gotten here sooner, before the rest of my squad was lost.
What happened to your squad?
Well, we were supposed to wait until the nests were destroyed before heading inside to find the source of the Briarhearts. But with it, they found us, overwhelmed the soldiers. I ran. I'm not proud of it, but I'm alive. That's what matters.
What's your mission exactly?
Someone has to destroy the source of the Briarhearts, and I've dealt with the Reach before. They're a rather unhealthy obsession of mine. I know their beliefs, the way they attune with nature. Those Briarhearts, they're as natural as you and I.
How can those monsters be natural?
I have an inkling, but I need to get inside to confirm it. I need to see how they're applying their magic. That will lead me right to the source of the Briarhearts. But you'll need to keep me alive. A lot of people are counting on me to succeed.
Are we ready then?
There's nothing else we can do out here. Let's get inside.
How did you get selected for this mission?
I was the only alchemist available. I wish I wasn't, but here I am. Besides, they needed someone who had some experience with the Reach. course, I never expected to end up in the middle of a siege.
Tell me more about the Briarhearts.
I've encountered Reach magic before. I'm almost certain that these Briarhearts are grown in some fashion. Not unlike apples or grapes or juniper berries.
But what are the Briarhearts?
From what I've been able to observe, when a Winterborn warrior falls, the Briarhearts are used to somehow bring them back from the dead. I'm pretty sure the Hagravens are involved in the process.
And you can put an end to the process?
If I'm right, the Briarhearts are grown, then I can destroy them. I'll know for certain once we get inside and look around. I want to make sure I mix the elixir correctly. Wouldn't want to inadvertently make them stronger, you understand?
Well, yeah, that would be a problem.
Oh, good. You found him. The rest of the Orc soldiers went back to the camp to report in and get new orders. I don't think they actually expected you to find the alchemist. I guess the joke's on them, huh?
Yep, it's just the 4 of us. Let's go. Frostbreak Fortress. Late in the Second Empire period, Orsinium was briefly recognized as an imperial providence. Frostbreak Fortress was built to help defend it, but was abandoned after the Second Empire collapsed, and I didn't get to finish reading that.
Come, follow me. If my suspicions are correct, we shouldn't have any trouble finding what I'm looking for.
We're all going to die down here, aren't we?
Oh, come
Your
on.
eyes open. We're looking for a plant or a root. Something that doesn't appear quite natural.
Evely, it's okay.
Something odd, out of place. Something like this.
Yep, that's definitely out of place. That's definitely a Briarheart tree. Yup.
Now there's something you don't see every day. A tree growing out of a corpse. I'd say this is what we're looking for. This sapling is but a root, however. Small part of a greater whole.
So the hearts grow on these tiny trees?
Reach magic corrupts nature. It uses its innate properties to forge terrible powers. Briarhearts require a larger plant to nurture them and make them grow. But this vile sapling is certainly connected. I can feel energy flowing through it.
So what does this mean exactly?
We need to destroy some of these saplings. Cut off their power to weaken the central tree. Once weakened, I can apply an alchemical solution to the central tree, wherever it grows, and hopefully destroy it, roots and all.
Why don't we just find and destroy the central tree?
Reach magic invades nature, the way a plague violates an infirm body. It changes its host, taking hold and letting its corruption grow stronger. It creates defenses, barriers that can't be easily overcome. It needs to be weakened before we lay siege.
So what do you want me to do?
Find the saplings and burn as many as you can. That will weaken the corruption and make the defenses more fragile. Meanwhile, I'll concoct a potion using clippings from these little ones. Leave the elf here if you would. I could use protection.
Evely will stay behind and keep you safe.
Leave the sapling I found alone. I'll use it to prepare and test my elixir while you burn as many of the others as you can. By the time you return, I'll have developed a poison powerful enough to eat through the central tree's weakened defenses.
You dealt with this kind of reach magic before?
No, not exactly. In some ways it's the same, but in many others it's completely different. The last time I dealt with reach magic, they were utilizing vines as big as you or I. This is an entirely new type of twisted magic, even for them.
How confident are you that this will work?
I'm completely confident of my abilities. That's just my nature. At its core, reach magic is all the same. They just employ different vessels for their perversions. Once you know how to kill one vile and twisted plant, you can kill them all.
Alright.
Don't worry.
I won't let anything happen to the alchemist. I promise.
Are you sure you're up to this?
Am I sure? No, not in the least. But I figure you've got enough to deal with without worrying about me and Al-Anon. Besides, once you really get going, this whole place will be too busy to bother with little old me.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Do what you need to do and try not to die. We'll be alright. We need to destroy those Briarhearts one way or another. Then we can gloat about how we accomplished what an army of orcs couldn't do. It'll be grand.
I love how she's like a novice adventurer. Like, you know, you're used to working with like the likes of Saisa Han and Lyris Titanborn, you know, who are seasoned warriors and fighters. And then out of the blue, you know, you get this novice who is very much your trainee. And like you feel responsible for her. It's like, I've only had Evely for 5 minutes, but if anything happened to her, I would kill everyone in the room and then myself. I don't know what show that's from, but I always laugh every time I see one of those memes.
I do love a good roasting. Look at it burn!
Kurog, you are way too evil, my friend. Or just psychotic, I'm not sure which one. Evil or psychotic. Sociopathic, maybe? It's fine. All of the above? Yeah. Could be all of the above.
As the only king in this dank place, you'd think I'd get to burn one of those saplings. But no. Suppose I have servants to do such things. You keep fighting, even though you're already defeated. What's sad? You keep fighting, even though you're already defeated. What's sad, little creatures you are.
Oh, hey, look, it's a Reachman.
You think you are clever, burning tiny saplings. But they are mere children compared to our beloved tree. Your actions do not surprise me. Orcs and allies all believe they are stronger than the Reach. Foolish even to the end.
The Reach flows in my veins, fool. Why are you locked away?
I'm preparing myself. Going through the ritual period of solitude before they place the Briarheart in my body. Once I take my place as a Briarheart warrior, I will kill you and rain death down upon the orcs who befoul our land.
You're kind of angry, aren't you?
Angry? I am burning with a righteous rage. Once I have joined the ranks of the Briarheart warriors, that anger will fuel my vengeance and bring justice to my people.
What have the orcs done to deserve your vengeance?
What haven't the orcs done? They claim land that rightfully belongs to the Reach. They attack and kill my people. They eat food that should be eaten by Winterborn. They are animals. Not even the help of outsiders will save them from my wrath.
What do these Briarhearts do?
Our magic, you will never understand. To receive a Briarheart is a precious gift. To receive one while I'm still alive, that is a singular honor. The Hagravens give us these gifts, even as they care for the tree upon which the sacred fruit grows.
What tree are you talking about?
What a terrible enemy you are. You don't even know about the source of your own doom. I would feel sorry for you, but instead I just want to kill you.
Sounds like you don't know any. Sounds like you don't know anything about this tree either.
Of course I know about the tree. It gives the sacred fruit life. It is strong, powerful, eternal. It cannot be destroyed. It hates you, you know, because you burn its babies. I will kill you for doing that too. Once I get my Briarheart.
that won't be any more hearts once we destroy the tree.
You think you can destroy our eternal tree with fire and axes? Your tools are useless. The tree's roots run strong and deep. But please, feel free to give it a try. The ravens will eat your eyes and use your body for fertilizer.
Sorry, this body belongs to the hist. If any tree's roots are going to consume my body, it's the roots of a hist tree. And, you know, this is actually a really good thing for my character to be doing, because this is an absolute perversion of the hist, if you really and truly think about it, because the hist gives life to the Argonians. The hist, when the Argonians are born, they drink from the hist sap and they receive their soul. When an Argonian dies, their soul returns to the hist, as well as their body. So, in a way, the Briarheart is an absolute perversion of the cycle of the hist. I think we've actually had this debate before. Oh, Evalie, what's going on? Or Evalie?
So, I don't suppose you maybe might have seen Alanon on your way back? Maybe?
What happened to Alanon?
Listen, it wasn't my fault. Alanon sent me to get him some moss that grows on the walls down here. When I got back, the alchemist was gone.
We had to find the alchemist.
Right. That's an excellent plan. But you should take this. Alanon said it was the last ingredient he needed to finish his elixir. I don't see his alchemy bag, so he must have the rest of the components with him. If the tree hasn't eaten them yet.
The tree ate Elion?
What? No, of course not. At least, I don't think it ate him. But he told me that the Winterborn plant Briarheart seeds in dead bodies. The seed eats the body, sprouts roots, and nourishes the tree. Or something like that. I wasn't really listening.
You have no idea what we should... You know, I have no idea where we should go to look for him?
Well, I went that way to gather the moss, so he must have gone the other way. Probably turn right at the bend ahead. Let's split up. We can cover more ground that way. Besides, I kind of feel it's my fault, since I left him alone and all that.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Don't blame the elf. She was just following orders. Tell you the truth, I need more soldiers like her in my army.
Yeah. I'm not blaming her, but... I mean... She should have taken the alchemist with her. But she's a rookie. Rookies make mistakes. We're coming. We're just taking care of some of the Winterborn soldiers. Oh!
It's about time you got here. Do something before I roast up here.
Look, guys, it's Breton in a cage. You want to bet on how long it takes to roast him?
Don't just stand there and watch me roast him. Do something.
What are you doing up there?
What am I doing? I'm being roasted alive. What does it look like I'm doing? What's worse, they have my alchemy back. The elixir was nearly complete when I stumbled into that Winterborn patrol.
Let me see if I can figure out how to lower the cage.
No. We're running out of time, and you have a more important task to complete. You have to destroy the central tree. Otherwise, the Briarheart warriors will eventually overrun the orcs. I'll find a way out of here somehow.
What do you want me to do?
Find the hagraven that snatched my alchemy bag and grab the elixir. I couldn't wait for Evalie, so I found the moss on my own. Of course, that's when I ran into the Winterborn. Anyway, get the elixir and destroy that tree. Finish this. For me.
There you are. I was looking all over for... Hey! How'd Alanon get up there? That doesn't look very safe.
No shit, Sherlock.
Right?
No shit, Sherlock.
I'm not 100% certain, but I bet I could break the chain holding up the cage with a few well-placed arrows.
You help Alien. I'll go find his elixir.
Sure. Don't worry. I've got this. You don't suppose the cage will shatter on impact, do you?
Just make sure Alien doesn't get hurt, alright?
No worries. I never hit anything I'm not aiming at. Well, except for that one time, but that totally doesn't count. I told Bonbon not to move. Go on. I'll take good care of the alchemist.
Yeah, that puts full confidence in me.
I need you to stay very, very still so I can get you down.
With a bow and arrow, the cage will drop into the fire with me inside.
Just make sure you tuck and roll.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work, but, you know, you do you, and hopefully he comes out of this alive. Ow.
What vile sorcery! We'll all be better off when this tree finally burns.
We've got Iceheart's journal. That's the way out. Now, I thought there was another quest to do here. What's the... Oh, yeah, it's just find... Okay, yeah, no, we're working on that quest right now. Okay.
You found the elixir? Pour it on the tree. The Winterborn are on their way. Defend the tree until the elixir does its work. Just don't let the Winterborn get close enough to heal it.
No! Stop the intruders! The tree must not be destroyed!
I think there are other players here to help. The last time I did this, I had to do it completely solo. Well, the first time I did this, I did it completely solo too, so... I actually got lucky this time having other players here. Yeah, that health bar is the health of the tree, not the enemies we're fighting, in case you're interested in knowing. Nope.
questions before we go in there, now's the time. I can see why my mother was so insistent about you. You're pretty good in a fight. I was gonna do this by myself, but I'm damn glad I waited for you. I'd be a fool to challenge Iceheart without you.
You seemed confident before.
Confident? Yes. Stupid? No. Your fine Iceheart is a legend among the Reachmen. For a while, we didn't even think he was a real person. But he's very real. And if the rumors are true, he's going to be extremely difficult to kill.
Tell me about these rumors.
They say your fun has ice in his veins. That he can freeze an orc's blood with a flick of his wrist. Probably an exaggeration, but we should be careful. Either way, between the two of us, I'm certain we can beat him.
As long as you're certain.
Of course. More or less. But in case the battle goes badly, I should thank you now. I haven't fought alongside anyone I trusted since I became king. It's been an honor. Enough with the deep conversation. You ready to smash Iceheart's face?
Always ready. Let's go. Oh man, Iceheart's lair. Cold possesses this place. It strikes to the heart, a freezing chill not just of the world, but of the soul. Cold is one of my favorite. Well, Joe knows this because we play Dungeons and Dragons together. But cold magic is one of my favorite types of magic in fantasy settings. I love like playing as cold magic casters.
Your soldiers failed, Kurok, and so will you. I love it when my enemies mock me. Helps me work up a good grade.
You treat everything like a joke. That's why the orcs refuse to follow you. You mock me.
How do you like dishonor them? Ha! I'll honor them by separating your head from Iceheart's blade is mine. Now maybe the clans will finally accept my rule.
Yeah. What did you cut the head off of? I disintegrated him into ash. I don't know what you cut the head off of, but okay.
You don't know how good that feels. Your fun Iceheart is finally dead. Imagine you ate too much, and try as you might, you can't get out that really big belch. Then, finally, you let out a thunderous burp. Yes, that's how I feel right now.
Is the siege over now?
For all practical purposes, yes. The remaining Winterborn will put up a fight, but without a warlord, my soldiers should be able to wrap this up in short order. As for me, I can't wait to show off my trophy to the clan chiefs.
I still need to deal with the actually I finished the Briarheart's trophy.
Yeah, Iceheart's fancy sword. That should prove to the clan chiefs that we killed the warlord. Might even convince the fence sitters to finally accept me as the rightful king of all the Orsimer.
What's our next move?
I want to check on the supplies the Winterborn stole from us and get them ready to transport back to the city. Meet me at the keep when you're finished here. I want you there when I tell the chiefs what we accomplished today.
Alright. I'm heading off. Oh hey, there's a body I didn't loot. Let's go ahead and loot that. I got 12 gold, that was worth the loot.
just need to catch my breath. I'll be fine.
They tried to roast you. That's not how we define fine where I come from.
Compared to some of my adventures, this was practically a day at the fair.
Man, I would love to have a fair right about now.
Wood Elf got me out of that cage with a damn fine strike. Damn fine. And you handled the Briarheart treatment perfectly. Well done.
Did the elixir work? Is the source of the Briarhearts destroyed?
Indubitably. I watched the roots burn with my own eyes. The siege commander needs to hear about this, so we can press the advantage and put an end to the Winterborn threat. As for me, I'm going to relax. Somewhere in Orsinium with a very large drink. You have your report, soldier. Return to the siege commander, and let's finish off these Winterborn bastards.
Alright, well, we're done here. We got the, well, I may as well, that's not Frostbreak. That is Frostbreak Cape. Alright, we're going to stop over here, because there's another quest that I want to do right over there. That it's another main quest, so we'll just go ahead and knock that one out of the way and get it done with now. And then we'll head back to Scrap Keep. I just figure I may as well get this out of the way since I've already done the other two main quests for the clans. I may as well go ahead and get this one knocked out now, and then we'll, when it comes time to do those, we'll just already be done with it. So. Impossible come these renegades in the rainbow.
What?
Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you.
To find out what happened in the quarry. Have you happened to see an elf around here? Tall, spindly, talks way too much for his own good.
I haven't seen anyone like that recently.
No, of course not. That would have been too easy. This is what I get for hiring a tuskless runt. He said he could improve efficiency in Greystone Quarry.
Oh, great.
What did we get for our trouble? First the fog, then the screams, then nothing.
You haven't heard of anything from the quarry?
Not a word, and it smells like elf mischief to me. My husband, Chief Ramash, went down into the quarry to look for the elf and find out what happened to our workers. He came back covered in blood, and I can tell you, Ramash doesn't bleed easily.
I can take a look in the quarry if you like.
I'd appreciate any help you can provide. After what happened to the chief, the rest of the clan refuses to go anywhere near the quarry. If you can get in there, find out what happened, and make sure the quarry workers are safe.
Tell me more about what happened here.
It's all because of that damn city they're building. The king needs stone for Orsinium's walls, for its keeps, for its damn towers. I don't know where quarry overseer Yadurl found the elf, but he claimed he could increase our production tenfold.
That's a bold claim.
Typical elf. Too clever for his own good. All tricks and hasty maneuvers. But our clan depends on the quarry. It's our livelihood. If we can't determine what happened down there and fix it, the Tumnash clan is finished.
Where's the chief now?
In the longhouse, tending to his wounds and raging about the troubles that have befallen us. By Malakath's crooked tusk, chiefs and their howling. He's useless when he's like this.
Tell me more about what happened here.
It's all because of that damn city they're
Oh,
building.
nope, I already did that. Okay, who are you again?
I'm Chief Ramash's forge wife. Tumnash is my clan, and Greystone is our quarry. These recent troubles, on top of the pressure to provide more stone for Orsinium, are beginning to take a toll on us. I tell you, it's enough to make Malakath weep.
Very well. I'll try to help out. You know, I'm kind of nervous about anything named Grey after what happened with the whole Grey host. So, the fact that it's called Greystone is kind of unnerving to me, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with the Grey host, right? I'm being it doesn't have anything to do with it. So, what in the world did I just see in the zone chat? Hold on a second. What on earth? Okay, never mind. I don't want to know what's going on in the zone chat. The zone chat is a weird place where weird people are. Except for the one guy that does radio Daggerfall. That guy is awesome, and I won't accept anyone saying anything different. I always look forward to his morning commute reports every time I log into Daggerfall in the morning. Ah, they are masterful. So everyone, so y'all all ready for Christmas?
What are you doing down here? Don't you know the Greystone Quarry is a disaster area?
I'm here to find out what happened.
What happened? A high elf. That's what happened. Things were fine for a while. Rock flowed out of the quarry at a record pace. Then we broke into a cavity and the elf insisted on exploring it.
Ish.
That's when the fog began to roll out of the hole.
Tell me about this fog.
It was fog. It was stew, it was. Chief Ramash and huntwife Bulgar decided to enter the quarry and find out what happened to the elf workers. We went with them. Worst decision I ever made.
What happened to the chief?
We entered the fog, but we weren't alone in there. There were shadows, things in the fog. We were attacked. I saw the chief run out, covered in blood. Bulgar's still down there, looking for her daughter. Last we knew, she was with the elf.
I'll find them.
Find the huntwife and her daughter, and kill as many of those things as you can. But the elf, save the elf from me.
Tell me about the things that attacked you.
Like I said, it was dark, foggy. Couldn't make out anything except shapes, shadows in the fog. Even though I couldn't see them clearly, I could hear them clanging around, skittering on sharp claws, and they moved fast, like lightning.
Any idea where the fog comes from?
We just entered the cavity when I noticed the strange pipes on the walls. If I had to guess, it was the steam coming out of those pipes that created the fog. Made it impossible for us to see, let alone fight. Those things had no trouble, though.
Yeah, I feel you there with the Christmas situation. I'm pretty much good set up for Christmas. And then we made plans to see the parents. My little brother's back from California too, briefly. He's here until the 27th, so hoping I'll get a chance to see him prior to Christmas. But Nirmano who's doing this. But we're going to have to wait and see if I'm going to be able to see him or not. So I don't know if he has a vehicle down here anymore because his truck doesn't work anymore. So he may not be able to come up and see me because I don't live with the parents anymore. And he's going to be down there for 7 days. So yeah, but my brother was actually hinting last night that what he was doing, and I didn't pick up on it. And if I had picked up on it, I could have gone with them and seen him at the airport instead of playing the game last night. But I didn't realize what they were talking about, so I chose the game we're going to see my brother arrive at the airport. So I feel a little bit bad about that, but he was being completely obtuse about it. He had just said what was happening, but of course he didn't, so oh well. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that what happened, Lucky got to reunite with her boy, and we got some progress done, so that was good. Just, you know, I wish I could have seen my brother at the airport, because the thing was, is like, even if I hadn't known what we were doing, like, but he was all like, yeah, I've got this thing I'm supposed to be doing, and the thing is, he was talking about it, and he was making it sound like he was doing something illegal at first. And I was like, I don't know with you how much is just nonsense and how much is true. He's like, no, it's something good I'm doing. Don't worry, you don't have to be a part of it. Just me and Greg are gonna go and do something, and you know, hopefully everything comes out okay. But if necessary, I will abandon Greg to his fate. And Greg's like, thanks, bud.
One of those damn machines. You're just lucky I've got the reflexes of a snow bear, or your guts would be decorating the floor. Now, care to explain what you're doing down here?
I was looking for you.
Is this another of my husband's half-hearted rescue attempts? Whatever. I guess I should be grateful. One of those metal spiders took a chunk out of my leg. Nothing too serious, but I can't fight worth a damn. So it's up to you to find my daughter.
How do you know she's still alive?
I don't. But I can hope, can I? Besides, I haven't seen her corpse. And she is her father's daughter. Then there's the elf. He knows what he's doing, and has more than a few tricks up his sleeve to deal with the machines.
Tell me about the high elf.
He's a clever bastard, I'll give him that. He knew there was a dwarven ruin down here, and used us to uncover it. We should have been more careful. But he had significantly increased our production. And you know Orsinium, they always want more stone.
Tell me about your daughter.
Shaban. She's a brave young woman. Took an immediate interest in the high elf and his fancy ways. The elf didn't seem to mind. In fact, I think he liked having someone strong and beautiful at his side. You find one, and you'll find the other.
I'll find your daughter. Oh, right, yeah, you're quarantined until he gets his results. Yeah, I remember you telling me that Friday, so... I'm hoping for, you know, negative results. Hey, it's a fellow lizard. It's a vampire lizard, but, you know, still a fellow lizard. You don't see a lot of fellow lizards. Oh dear. Hello there, orc.
Ah, thank Trinimac. You're not one of those dwarven Dwemer things. But what are you doing down here? Did you come to help me escape from this damn quarry?
I thought the quarry was up above.
Our quarry, sure. But the dwarves carved out this quarry centuries ago. It looks like they started down here and were working their way up. Don't ask me what they used the stone for. I don't want to think about that.
Where's the high elf?
He told me to stay here while he went to investigate the central structure. It was brave of him to go on his own. I wanted to help him, but I know my limitations. I was trained to deal with animals, not walking forges.
I'll find the high elf. Yeah, she was raised to be a forge wife, so, or a hunt wife, so. Come on. Come on. Hermano, my friend. It's good to see you.
Amazing. You were actually able to navigate the Dwemer defenses? You must either be exceptionally strong or exceedingly lucky. Either way,
That's
I can make use
that's right. He's gonna act like he doesn't know me. You're the high elf working with the orcs?
Ah, so you've met them. I really do feel awful about what happened. I offered my help because I suspected that the ruins of Mizandine were down here, but I never expected such powerful defenses. This place is remarkable.
Defenses, you mean the constructs?
Yes, but I was referring to the fog. It was a most curious thing. As soon as we unearthed the door to this place, a heavy fog set in and the Dwemer spiders swarmed us. I know how to handle dwarven constructs. The orcs, sadly, do not.
Do you have a plan for dealing with the constructs?
These Dwemer systems are as sophisticated as they are ancient. I'm not sure we can disable the constructs now that they're fully operational, but we may be able to control them. All we need to do is find the construct control center.
I'll look for the control center. Speaking of, did you see that they're animating a cat into Home Alone? Not sure what the purpose of that is, but they're doing it. Do you know the reason why they're doing that by any chance? Because I honestly have no idea why they're doing it, and I haven't been able to find the reason why they're doing it. Oh look, it's an orrery.
Our paths cross again. Thank the Eight. It's amazing how often good research leads to remarkable discoveries. Since we parted, I have come to the conclusion that this is an automated quarry. Like the Orc Pit above, only much more sophisticated.
Like, is it a separate version of Home Alone, or do they add it to the regular version of Home Alone that's like just regularly available? That's an impressive looking machine behind you.
Isn't it though? That's what we in the business call a remarkably well-preserved orb of illumination. I believe this dwarven device may contain the key that allows us to bring Mizandine's defenses under our control.
How does the orb of illumination work?
Think of the device as a gigantic combination lock. These emitters shine light upward towards the various lenses attached to the rings. If you rotate the lenses to a specific orientation, the device should unlock.
How do we know what the correct orientation is?
Trial and error, like any other scientific endeavor. But be sure to keenly observe every rotation of the rings. That's the key to our success. We can manipulate the 3 kinetic resonators to adjust the lenses and rotate the rings. Follow me.
That's a lot of work for a GIF, because I actually saw like the the video on Facebook that showed how they were making it, where they took the cat and was like bouncing it up and down in front of a green screen, like when they're doing the jumping on the bed thing. So that was a lot of work for a GIF. All right, let's pull the reset lever. All right, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3,
'Excellent! This should allow me to control the dwarven constructs. Fascinating. I never imagined the control mechanism would fit inside so small a space. It will take me some time to master this device. But with it, I'm sure I can suppress the outer defenses and return the quarry to a relatively safe state.
So I can tell that works so they can reopen the exterior quarry now?
Oh yes, it's perfectly safe to work the quarry again. And please give the orcs my deepest and most sincere apology regarding these unfortunate circumstances.
Aren't you coming with me?
I have something I want to try first. Something that will help repay the orcs for my indiscretion.
What are you planning?
If I can make a few adjustments, I want to offer the constructs to the orcs. I'm sure they'll make excellent workers. I'll join you up above shortly.
Alright. And once we get to the top, we're going to have a choice to make, so you guys can help me make that choice. Yeah, as per usual. Hey, why didn't you turn off the hostile nature of the... You took control of the constructs, but you didn't turn off their hostile natures. Darn it, Nermayo.
As soon as our scouts sent word that people were emerging from the quarry, I hurried down to see what was happening. So, where's that damned elf and what did he do?
Germano found a dwarven ruin under the quarry.
Dwarves? That's the last thing I expected. From the stories I've heard, things involving ancient ruins and dwarves never turn out well.
Constructs went on a rampage, but Germano was able to get them under control.
Then the elf survived? Perfect. That means I still get to wring his scrawny neck. Wait a moment. What's that sound? Troll dung, it's the constructs! The damn elf betrayed us!
Wait, he just wants to.
To arms, my clanmates! Let's show this mad elf what we think of his dwarven army.
Don't be alarmed. I bring a gift. These constructs can work your quarry and build a great city of Orsinium.
Damn you, elf. I should kill you where you stand.
What did I say? Please, my friend, make her see reason.
He got half my workers killed, and now he insults us as well? The elf's blood price is steep, and he's going to pay it very slowly.
Hasn't there been enough blood spilled? Nermano was just trying to help.
Greystone Quarry belongs to Clan Tumnosh. It should be worked by Clan Tumnosh, not those metal monsters. As long as one Tumnosh lives, we'll extract stone from this quarry just the way Malakath intended.
In what way is that?
With orc sweat and orc muscle. We dishonor ourselves and our ancestors if we sat back and let machines do all the work for us. It figures that an elf would come up with such a disgraceful, dastardly plan.
Okay, so we got two choices. One, what if Nermano takes them to Orsinium and never returns here? Or two, persuade, take the constructs as your blood price and use them until you regain your strength. And there may be other choices involved with that one. So I got one for persuade. We'll see if the other person wants to do something different. If not, we'll go ahead and proceed. Oh, that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and persuade then. We're going to say take the constructs as your blood price and use them until you regain your strength.
Their worth is considerable, and we'd be able to keep our quotas as we build Thank you for letting me see beyond my rage.
And you are lucky, Nirmano.
That was an admirable display of logic. I'm glad we can make the best of this unfortunate situation. The constructs will increase production in the quarry 100-fold.
How did you get the dwarven constructs to leave the ruins?
The Weimar constructs only deactivate when they leave their ruins as a security measure. With extremely rare tools and highly specialized knowledge, I gave these constructs new instructions that override those constraints. Remarkable, I know.
What are you planning to do with those things?
My first thought was to offer them to one of the alliances as an army. But I don't have nearly enough for that. Then I figured to give them to the orcs as a way to make up for the trouble I caused here. I'm sure they'll make excellent workers.
Thanks for helping us with the situation. I wish I could have spent more time getting to know you. I know. Next time you're in the vicinity, you can tell me all about your adventures. And if we're lucky, maybe we can have an adventure of our own.
I'm not sure what you did down there, but I'm glad to see that Bulgar and Shaman are alive and well. Too bad Mueller didn't make it, though.
We're not gonna let those metal monstrosities anywhere near our stronghold.
Oh, I'm sure. Alright, I am off. Well, I need to return to King Korog. Alright, that's 5 of 13 main quests done. So we have 8 more main quests to do and then we have some other places to explore and do as well. I kind of want to go and do those quests, but no, I want to get the main story out of the way. That's my first priority, is getting the main story of Orsinium out of the way, because I definitely need to get that done before the next year's chapter, preferably before both the prologue and the preferably before the dungeon pack comes out for 2021, because I'm sure that'll have some impact. I'm going to try to get the guildmates to I'll try to get the guildmates to agree to do another like joint session on those dungeon packs like we did for Castle Thorn. I wanted to do Stone Garden as well, but it didn't pan out. So hopefully I'll be able to get arrangements and do streams for both the dungeons in whichever the Q1 2021 dungeon pack turns out to be. If necessary, I might have to do them off screen if I can't get anyone to agree to let me stream them. I mean, I'll just give a rundown of what happened during the stream. But I got people to agree last time to let me stream them. Plus, they make good promotional videos for the guild, because we can use them for guild. We can use those as entries for like guild competitions and stuff, because we can show like our guild doing that dungeon together. So it's a good opportunity, and I don't think people will want to miss it, because it gives us content to provide. Like if another contest shows up, like it did with Tamriel Together, we were entered some of the videos of us doing things together, like dungeons and cliff jumping and things like that. So. Well, that sounds like a parent. Be nice to your brother or no extra apples, but I hate my brother. There's a quest I don't have yet. I should try to find that quest. I don't know if I've done that one before. Scrap Keep.
come for a sermon, priestess. Just here to see Kurog.
I meant no offense, Chief Bazrag. I only seek to spread Trinamac's good words.
Again with these Trinamac lies. Let me show you what Malakat thinks of your stupid words.
Your anger is uncalled for, clan chiefs. Please excuse us, Solbra. I see our champion has returned.
They pulled you into their madness? How disappointing.
Bullrug.
As you can see, the clan chiefs can be a contentious lot. They oppose King Kurog at every turn, especially on matters of faith. But tell me, was Kurog successful? Did you defeat the Winterborn warlord?
The Winterborn warlord is dead. King Kurog asked me to meet him here.
I knew you'd be able to help Kurog in his mission. Perhaps now the other clans will see that Kurog is destined to lead us all. Once all the clans unite, just imagine the power we will wield.
Why are these chieftains here?
The king sent for them. They are a few of the more vocal opponents to my son's plans, and they refuse to bend their knees to him.
These chiefs won't agree with King Kurog?
They are blinded by centuries of custom and tradition. They refuse to see the glory that King Kurog wants to bestow upon us all. Instead, they stick their heads in the mud like a frightened Argonian and pretend
Excuse me.
So much better.
Excuse me, madam. I take offense at what you've said. How dare you insult lizards? And King Kurog wants to change that?
My son wants to free us from the traditions that hold us back. They mire us in outdated notions and restrictions. We need to become a modern society if we want the other kingdoms to respect us, to take us seriously. King Kurog will make that happen.
Aww. She is definitely your child. That's all I'm gonna say. She is definitely your child. I understand.
Excellent. The time has come. Swear allegiance to me. Orsinium will prosper once the clans unite under my rule. This again, Kurog? Why should we submit to you this time? Behold! I wield the blade of Iceheart. With the help of outsiders, I have vanquished our greatest foe and retrieved the stolen supply. The chiefs could not stop the Winterborn. Only I have accomplished that. You ask much, Kurog, to turn away from Malakath, to abandon our most cherished customs. Bazrog, my old friend, your outdated ideas will be the death of me.
Don't tempt us, Kurog. Our traditions won't bend to the will of an idiot chief who decides to call himself
King! Idiot! Chief! I am your king. You would all do well to remember that. Now get out of my sight!
Did I miss an animation there?
You embark on a dangerous path, Kurog. We won't forget this.
Did I miss an animation there? Because, yeah.
Treasonous bastards! I just saved their ungrateful arses, and this is the thanks I get? I even showed them Iceheart's sword. How can I create a united nation when the chiefs refuse to accept my rule?
Was that a typical example of your usual meetings?
More often than not, yes. There's always some fool who wants to quote the Code of Malakath or insult my honor. It infuriates me. How can we build a respectable kingdom when we can't even abandon our most ridiculous superstitions?
Did you really need to kill Chief Targok?
Targak? It's all I could do not to kill all three of those troll lovers. Let Bazrog and Dulard think about what happened. I only hope they can set aside old traditions and accept the future I envision. Their support would make things much easier.
Do you need anything else from me?
For now, no. Go explore Hrothgar and get to know this great city. Enjoy yourself. When you're ready for a new challenge, find me at my private tavern in the city. I'm sure I'll have something that requires your specific skill set by then.
And he gave me Iceheart's sword, which is interesting. Yeah, it's not a very good sword. But now I can just totally imagine, like, goodbye, Mom, close the doors. Like, you know I can open this door, right? I'm sorry, that just sounds like something totally that you would have done when you were her age. Ugh. The closet wall. I see a pattern emerging here. She's like, goodbye, Mom. You're gonna need to be careful. She's eventually gonna try to trap you in something else, and she might be successful.
Well?
I need to find this. I need to find this tavern. There it is, the King's Corner Club.
Over here! Come and have a drink with Hrothgar's king.
Yeah, I can't even sit down.
Try the iceberry ale. It's delicious. I love this place. Back at the keep, I'm always being pulled in a dozen directions. Fighting over here, debating over there, gives me a headache. But here, I can just eat and drink until I pass out.
So she's kind of inconsistent on whether she wants to trap you or if she doesn't want to trap. Are you safe out here in the city like this?
What do you imply? That Korok needs protection? Ha! Iceheart wasn't the first to challenge me, and he won't be the last. Let my enemies come. They'll wind up dead and bloody at my feet. That's what royal servants are for, to clean up the mess.
Is violence your solution to every problem?
It's a good thing I like you, because the last person who asked me these sorts of questions had the curiosity beaten out of him. But I don't want to fight with you. That's not why I called you here. Are you ready to listen?
Alright, I'm listening.
We opened Orsinium to the best and brightest. Crafters, farmers, scholars, anyone who can help bring my vision to life. I leave the details to my wives and mother. But you attracted my attention. Which brings us to the big question.
Maybe that's the reason she's trying to trap you so you can't disappear. Because that way she knows where you are. So, what can I do for you, King Kuruk?
You helped Chief Basra. You fought at my side as we defeated Iceheart and his Winterborn warriors. In short, you impress me. People who impress me either turn out to be a help or a hindrance to my plan. You understand what I'm saying?
Not exactly.
Let me speak plainly. You could pose a threat to me, but I prefer to consider you an ally. Share a few drinks, like we're doing now. I could use someone like you. Someone to deal with problems that require a more personal touch.
What kinds of problems are we talking about?
Clan chief problems. There are still stubborn chiefs out there who don't agree with my vision, who don't want to see our people united. They're stuck in the old ways. Ways that have failed our people time and time again. It's time to change that.
Oh, That's kind of sad. You want to talk to me you want me to talk to the clan chiefs?
You made an impression on Bosrog. Whether he likes it or not, he owes you for helping the clans. The other chiefs respect Bosrog. We can use this whole situation to our advantage. Get them to listen to matters they would normally refuse to hear.
So, what do you want me to do?
For now, nothing. Relax, have a drink. Enjoy all the pleasantries that Roxanne and her fine establishment have to offer. But when I need you, I expect you to be ready and willing to get the job done. Oh, what are those two doing here?
Yeah, if you really got stuck, that would be a good way to get out of it. But I don't think she's capable of trapping you in like any kind of real stucking situation at the moment. So, I mean, she's not that. She's only, what, 3, right? Goodbye.
Damn it! You two always show up and ruin my fun.
Oh, I have not even begun to ruin your fun, my king. But let's leave the pleasantries for later. We have an urgent situation to report.
I can never tell when you're joking. Fine. What's so important?
The Trinimac Temple has been attacked, my beloved. Malakath and Ortiz have barricaded
Yep,
the
3.
doors and taken the priests as hostages.
These fanatics dare to attack my city? My people? I'll deal with them personally.
You will do no such thing, my son. After what happened in the throne room, this is undoubtedly a trap.
I won't sit by while they attack my city.
This problem requires a personal solution, and I have a perfect idea. Outsider, let us talk.
Just imagine if she was like 6 or 7 and she could pick up a chair and put it under the doorknob so you couldn't open the door. Assuming your laundry room door opens outward and not inward.
My son's bravery borders on stupidity. He would run off and stumble blindly into their trap without the slightest regard for his safety. We must not allow that to happen.
Do you have a better idea?
Oh, child, I always have a better idea. My son's rage makes it difficult for him to see clearly. His instinct is to charge every problem straight on and beat it into submission. His enemies know this, and often use it against him.
You believe this attack on the temple is a trap?
Bosrog and the other clan chiefs know King Kurog all too well. They expect him to attack and kill the heretics, just as the heretics will kill the hostages. Innocent lives will be lost, and blame will fall squarely on Kurog's shoulders.
What do you want me to do?
You are an outsider with connections to Orsinium that are tenuous at best. Enter the temple and rescue our people. If you succeed, you save innocent lives at the king's request. If you fail, well, at least the king won't be blamed.
Very well, I'll do as you ask. Now, this is going to be incredibly difficult. I am not a sneaky character. I am going to do my absolute best to save the innocent people, but there is a very good chance the hostages are going to die, because I am not a sneaky character. Yeah. I imagine you might have to do that at camp if she comes with you to camp next year. She might not want to leave camp. I can't blame her. Camp is a wonderful place. But... oh, shoot.
Let the king's soldiers deal with this. Worse. Back away, citizen. We have enough to deal with as it is. Soldiers can't do their job with all you civilians getting underfoot.
I'm here to help rescue the hostages.
Just because you carry a weapon doesn't mean you know how to use it. And as
others volunteering to help than I can handle. Why don't you just stand back and leave this to the professionals?
Okay, so we got 3 options here. At least tell me what you know about the situation. I can intimidate him and say the king sent me. If you don't want him mad at you, I suggest you let me in. Or I defeated Molag Bal. I think I can handle this. Personally, I'm feeling number 3, but I'll leave it up to you guys. Yeah. Let me just say it back. Gonna go stay with Sadie, yes. Harrison tried to go home with me one year. I think Nick had to pick him up, put him in the car because he didn't want to go. Sadie's like, yeah. Yeah, Sadie was like, I don't know about Harrison's judgment of character. He trusts Stevie. I'm like, thanks, Sadie. That hurt my heart, you know. Alright, I defeated Molag Bal. I think I can handle this.
Right. I think I heard about you. Probably a little of work done, but what do I know? Still, if even half the stories about you are true, I'd be glad to have your help.
How can I get inside the temple?
I think there's a back entrance up the stairs near the Mages Guild. I sent some soldiers to investigate, but they haven't reported in yet. If they haven't barred that door too, you have a chance. Just don't get the hostages killed, alright?
I'll do the best I can. Yeah. Hey.
The king sent you here to rescue the hostages, didn't he? Of course he did. That's why they recruited heroes after all, am I right? Listen, I have a plan. It's brilliant. Wanna hear it?
Alright, tell me what you're thinking.
See those hawkers behind me? Don't look. Anyway, they've been acting suspiciously. Standing around, making shifty eyes, showing odd hand gestures to passers-by. I've read enough Investigator Vale books to recognize criminal behavior when I
Criminal
see it.
behavior when I see it. Who's Investigator Vale?
You never read Investigator Vale? The book's about the brilliant scholar who travels the world and solves crimes? She doesn't use magic or weapons. Just her charm and her wits and... Look, I'll lend you a copy later, but we need to focus here.
Spoiler alert, she never gives me that book, and I'm really upset about it. You think that those two are involved with the Fanatics?
Isn't it obvious? Look at their evil demeanor, their villainous whispering. I bet if we rattle them, they'll run off and lead us right to the hostages. Watch. I'll just let loose an arrow. That should put the fear of Ifray into the survivor.
Okay, so you can't just shoot someone because you think they might be evil, or I see what you mean. Go ahead and let's see what happens. She sounds like Jackie Tyler. She might be Jackie Tyler, or the voice actor for Jackie Tyler. Let me check. Can't just shoot someone. Okay, I got 1 for just can't shoot someone. We're going to have a positive influence on this girl. Let's see, who is her voice actor? Mary Faber is the voice actor for Ivy Sharp Arrow. I don't know who Mary Faber is. Apparently she's a singer, voice actress, dancer, and actress. Wow. Not that I've heard of any of these things that she's supposed to have been in. Let's see. She was Catherine Pinewood in Parks and Recreation. She was... She was in Hairspray. Yeah, no, I don't know who... Yeah, she's not very well known. Alright, so we're going to go with just can't shoot someone because you think they might be evil.
Of course I can. I do it all the time. And I'll have you know that I'm right about 50%.
That's not good odds.
Fine, fine. We'll do things your way. But I'm going to keep an eye on those two.
Mary Faber is her voice actress. And this character is Evilly Sharp Arrow. Hold on, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. My brother called to tell me that my mother cried when she saw my other brother was home from California. So he was letting me know that was going on. So I intended to call her as soon as the stream was done. But he wanted to call and tell me that I didn't need to keep it secret from the parents that he was home. So because the plan was for me not to say anything to my parents, and then I was just going to see if they already knew when I called them. But I wasn't going to mention the fact he was home. Oh, darn it, load screen. But yeah, Apparently they've been in church since like 9 o'clock this morning, and they're still in church right now. And what in the world is with this load screen? That was weird. But anyways, yeah, so as soon as my stream is done, I'm going to call Mom. If they're done with the, oh dear, all the soldiers are dead. I'm going to try to call Mom and see if they're done with church and see how she's doing, so. Now that little brother is home.
Defend the temple!
Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? Hello. I'm doing great, actually. Hey, priest, are you okay?
Trinimac, you're here. Someone has to save my fellow priests inside the temple. Please, I need your help. The priests inside the temple are at the mercy of these fanatics. Please, I think they want to kill my brothers and sisters in Trinimac.
Do you know what happened in there?
Malakath fanatics. They burst into the temple and began rounding up my fellow priests. They spat at us and shouted that we were betraying our race. They said that Chief Basrag sent them to punish us for opposing the true god of the orcs.
How did you escape?
They made such a commotion when they barged in. I spotted them from the upper balcony and slipped out the back door. I was about to go find help when more of those ruffians surrounded me. I thought I was finished, and then you showed up.
Chief Balrog sent them?
They invoked the chief's name, saying he seeks revenge against the king and any who follow the false god. I've known Chief Basrag to be a hard man, but never a cruel man, never a murderer. What has the king done to anger him so?
There was a confrontation in the throne room.
I see. I respect the king and all that he stands for, but his temper, it has gotten us into trouble more times than I care to remember. If it's vengeance Basrag seeks, then the king will be responsible for the deaths of the temple priests.
I'll do what I can to save the priest.
My fellow priests were still alive when I slipped out of the temple. But the tension in the air, I'm afraid violence is inevitable. They set up patrols inside the temple, watching for Kurag and his soldiers. If one of them spots you in there...
I won't let that happen.
They're holding the priests captive in the rectory. If one of the torchbearers spots you and reaches the rectory, you won't be able to save them. Avoid the torchbearers at all costs, or at least strike them down before they can sound the warning.
I'll do my best.
Take this key. It will unlock the temple's rear entrance. Once inside, you'll need to find the key to the rectory, where they're holding my fellow priests. The fanatic who gives the orders, their commander, he probably has the key to the rectory.
I really wish you could
May
get
the
a
luck of
disguise.
Trinimac be with you. I'll inform the guards and try to send more help your way.
I really wish you could get a disguise and like go in under disguise. That would at least give me a better chance of doing this, but it's not a great one, so. We just gotta avoid the torchbearers like the plague.
Lock the priests in the rectory. As soon as Kurag arrives, we kill them all.
Yeah, like there were 2 torchbearers already right there at the beginning. Like it's gonna be really difficult to do this without getting spotted. Like there's another one right there. Can I drop? Yeah, I can drop. You can, but if they sound an alarm, everyone will start running towards the rectory to kill them. and then you have to kill every single orc that saw you, and it's really hard to actually kill them all before they reach the prisoners and kill them. I have done this quest 3 times, and every time I have done it, except for on my sneaky assassin character, I've had serious issues with that. So, but now this guy can die.
No matter. You'll be dead.
Okay, we got the rectory. Now I just need to make it to the... It's on the far side of the building. Of course it is. Alright, what's the best path? I need to get to that staircase right there. I think. Oh, I hope I don't get this wrong. See, oh, I should have made potions of invisibility. If I could sneak through invisible, that would be a big help. If I was a vampire, I could just run through this place invisible if I had built up my... blood. That's where I need to go, right here. I got really lucky that time. I almost always get caught in that central room. Now, on my sneaky character, I actually assassinated all of the guards on the first floor before I took out the main guy. And he was like, I'm like, go ahead, scream for help, nobody can hear you. As I twirled the blade of woe.
Chief Bosrock said to leave one of you alive to tell Kurog what happened here. The rest of you, time to die.
Please, there's no need for this insanity. Just leave us alone. Kurog's people have arrived. Kill them all!
Spread out!
Thank you for helping us. I thought they were going to kill us. I don't know how to thank you. These fanatics, they beat us, threatened us. They told us they were going to kill us as soon as the king or his soldiers showed up. But you got in without alerting them. You saved us. The others, though.
Tell me about the others.
High Priestess Solgra and our brothers and sisters in Trinimac. The fanatics gathered us up and forced us in here. But Solgra, she isn't one to put up with such nonsense. She put a blade into one of them and ran into the back to help the others.
Where can I find Solgra and the others?
I have the key. I'll open the door for you. Find the others, please. I don't know what Solgra planned to do, but she had that look in her eyes when the fanatics started hurting our people. Solgra and the others should be somewhere through this door. Find a way to open the main temple doors and let the soldiers in. Good luck.
We're routing out the enemy forces today.
I'll die before I let you hurt the others. got a little
Hurry now.
overwhelming. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine once I catch my breath. Just got the wind knocked out of me a little, that's all.
Do you know what this was all about?
Not exactly. They claimed to be devoted followers of Malakath and said they were working for Chief Bazrag. They caught us by surprise, threatened us. Did you run into Ugus? How are he and the others faring?
Prince Ulgris and the others are safe.
Well,
Or
that
Priest
puts my mind
Ulgris.
at ease. I hated leaving them, but the others back here needed help too. But I'm still not completely certain what the attackers hope to accomplish. Why take us hostage? Why not simply kill us and be done with it?
They wanted to embarrass the king.
Spill the blood of innocents and blame the king for their deaths, for not being able to protect his people. What a fiendish scheme. But the king sent you in his stead. Very astute on his part. That decision may have saved many lives.
What can you tell me about these fanatics?
We were supposed to assume they were Malakath devotees, but they didn't seem particularly religious to me. Even I don't believe Malakath would sanction a slaughter such as this. They mentioned Chief Bazrag, though. Said he gave them their orders.
Yep, I did doubt myself. Like I said, I've done it before, and it was really difficult on the other characters I've done it on, except for my sneaky character. So, do you think Chief Bazrag was behind this attack?
I've always found the chief to be noble, but it doesn't take a lot to change a person. His forts ravaged, his traditions threatened. I can see how such things could lead to this. The king and the Forge Mother must be told what happened here.
Alright, I'm off.
This is the last of them! Let's finish these bastards off!
Well, the shield wives arrived to help in time.
One of the priests finally managed to open the temple doors. It appears that you had the situation mostly well in hand from what I can see.
That was the last of the fanatics. Your help in this matter is appreciated, but it felt good to run a feud through myself. Forge Mother Alga waits for you outside. She would confer with you about all that happened here today.
Forge Mother.
I'm glad to see you and the priest alive. I believe things may have played out very differently if you hadn't agreed to my plan. But what of the High Priestess? Is Solgra all right?
The High Priestess is safe.
That is good news indeed. I will make sure that a military contingent protects this temple going forward. It will not be left undefended again.
A military contingent?
Increased patrols around the perimeter, soldiers assigned to guard the inside of the temple. The priests will not have to live in fear of another attack, not so long as my son is king. I assume you know who claimed responsibility for this?
The fanatics claimed it to take orders from Chief Barzog.
Bazrog has never agreed with Kurog. He made threats in the throne room, as I'm sure you heard. Besides, his boldness and devotion to Malakath are legendary. It appears Bazrog wishes to challenge our king.
If Barzog is behind this, what shall we do? What should we do?
My son needs to solidify his hold on the clans. All of the chiefs must accept Kurog as their king for the betterment of the Orsimer people. If we gain support of the clans, we can stop Basrog without inciting an all-out war.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You have done much already. Many lives were in danger, yet somehow you managed to make sure none were lost. Please take this for being so careful with my people and keeping their safety in mind. We will find you again when the king needs you. Solbra, my child, come join us. Are you injured? Should I call a healer?
Thanks to our friend, I am well and ready to serve.
Yes, our call for assistance has already proven to be a more than worthwhile endeavor.
Thank you again for saving the temple priests. I don't even want to imagine how things might have turned out without your intervention. I look forward to talking to you again under better circumstances.
All right, and I believe that is going to be a good place to end off for this week. We got quite a bit of progress done. We completed Frostbreak Cave. We did the quest for the miners, and we finished another quest, and then we finished this quest. We got quite a few quests done for the main quest of Orsinium for this week, so I believe that's a good place to stop off. Next time, we're going to continue on with the main quest of Orsinium, and we'll see how far we get into that. It should be we should get some fairly good progress done next week, because we already did 3 of the quests that would happen after this. So usually what happens is it goes with it goes into this temple quest, and then you get sent out to the other clans. No, there's another quest between that. There's another quest between that still. Yeah, there's another quest between that. So I believe there's one other quest first. In fact, that's where the next quest is, right there. So I'm going to go ahead and accept this, and then we'll end off.
It's wonderful to see you again, my friend, but I really wish the king would find someone else to serve as a messenger. I have so many other talents that could greatly benefit Orsinium.
What does the king need this time?
I have no idea. Although I did hear something or other about a moot of some kind. I suppose the best way to find out is to go and see the king.
Where does the king want to see me?
In the throne room, up at the keep. Hopefully he won't be in too foul of a mood when you get there. He seemed out of sorts when I told him this was the last message I was going to deliver. Either he finds something else for me to do, or I'm leaving.
I guess I'll go and see the king. Alright, in the name of the king. So no, the next one is the one. This will be really short. Let's just go ahead and knock this out, because this is going to be incredibly short, because I already did the quest involved with this. So we'll at least go to the throne room and talk to this. I believe we can go ahead and complete the quest without actually having to do anything, and then I'll go ahead and end off. May as well get a little bit of more progress in today if I can squeeze it in. If it does turn out that I have to do the full quest, we will go ahead and just end off there, and then we'll pick up and do the quest next week. But I figured we may as well just run back to the throne room real quick. I need to find where that quest is. I dip in to see ya. I'll go ahead and dip out. Okay. Have a good day, and I hope you have a good conversation with your grandparents. Thank you, my friend. Oh god, that pun. I dip in to see ya. Kurog.
My friend and ally has returned. Let's talk. I heard what you did at the temple. Your efforts no doubt saved countless lives. It pains me to learn that Chief Basrog was involved, though.
You knew Chief Basrog well. What do you think What do you think he hopes to accomplish?
Basrag's never agreed with my plans. He's a traditionalist, stubborn and old-fashioned to the end. His unwavering devotion to Malakath, his hatred of Trinimac, his refusal to recognize my authority. I'd say Chief Basrag is getting desperate.
What are you going to do?
Basrag wants to start a war. Damn it all to oblivion, we'll have to stop him. He has the strength to overwhelm the lesser clans, and he's no suckling cub when it comes to fighting either. If he were to make a challenge for my throne...
How can I help you, King Korog?
It's time to assemble the Great Moot. I want you to visit the clan chiefs that still haven't come around to our way of thinking. Talk some sense into them. You need to get to them before Basrag poisons the well and turns them against me.
Do you really think the clan chiefs will listen to me?
You made an impression already. Don't worry. I'm not expecting them to come just because you asked nicely. The chiefs are stubborn, but they each have a problem that's confounding their clan. Solve their problems, and they'll attend the moot.
You want me to help the chiefs?
Now you get it. Help the chiefs, and they'll be obligated to accept your invitation. I've tried to convince the chiefs of Tumnash, Morkel, and Shatul to join my kingdom. I even married a few of their daughters. We need a better solution.
Do I need to say anything specific?
Tell them that you come to help in the name of King Kura. That I'm hosting a gathering of clans, and I want the chiefs to attend. And it needs to be the clan's chief that comes to the moot. If they try to send a subordinate, I'll be highly insulted.
I'll deliver the message and help the clan chiefs.
Do whatever it takes. The chiefs must attend the moot. I trust you won't fail me. When this is over, Hrothgar will finally be forged into a united kingdom. Meet me at my corner club after you finish. All this planning has given me a powerful thirst.
Can you tell me more about the clans and their chiefs?
More? What more is there to say? They refuse my every overture and laugh at my authority. We need to convince them of the veracity of my grand vision. Oh, very well. What specifically do you want to know?
Tell me about Clan Tumnash, or Tumnash.
The stoneworkers? Tumnash operates the Greystone Quarry, the primary source of building materials for Osinium. I'm not sure what Chief Ramash is up to, but he's fallen behind on his shipments. Maybe you can help get the quarry back on track.
Already solved. Tell me about Clan Morkel.
Morkel clan is famous for its smiths. Some of the finest arms and armor has come out of their forges. I've been trying to get them to send experts to help us build the city, but Chief Abzug continues to hem and haw. Family troubles, he says.
And finish that too. Clan Shuttle.
One of the best clans as far as food production and livestock is concerned. Expert hunters and farmers, every one of them. Chief Ogzor promised to send herds of Icharters to help feed the city. But we haven't seen so much as a bushel of apples yet.
And that's been solved as well. Alright, so next week we're going to go and recruit the chiefs who owe us favors because we've already done all those quests. And then that'll be a very quick and easy quest. We'll just go around and do the little tour. And then we're done. And we can move on to the next quest. I want to thank you very much for watching if you did. And I hope to catch you next time for more Elder Scrolls Online Orcinium as we wish the mighty battle lizard. Thank you very much and have a good afternoon.